In this video, you'll learn how to connect your GoDaddy domain to Vercel. We'll go step by step so that by the end, your custom domain will point to your Vercel project correctly and visitors can reach your site just by typing in your domain name. First, make sure you're already logged in to your GoDaddy account in your browser. Once you're signed in, look for the section called My Products. This is where GoDaddy lists all the domains and other services you own. Find the domain you want to connect to Vercel. On the right side of that domain, you should see an option labeled DNS. Click that to open the DNS management page for this specific domain. You're now looking at the DNS records for your domain. These records tell the internet where to send traffic when someone types in your domain. We're going to update two types of records here, the A record and the CNAME record. Make sure you're editing the records for the correct domain, especially if you own several. Let's start with the A record. In the DNS records list, find the entry where the type is set to A and the name or host is just the @ symbol, @. This @ symbol represents the root version of your domain without any www in front. Click the edit icon or link for this record. Inside the A record settings, look for the field labeled value or sometimes points to. This is the IP address that your domain currently points to. Replace whatever is there with the IP address 76.76.2121. Take a moment to make sure you've typed it exactly, 76.76.21.21. This IP address belongs to Vercel and tells requests to go to your Vercel project. Once it's entered correctly, save or confirm the change. Next, you'll set up or update the CNAME record for the www version of your domain. Back in the main DNS list, find a record where the type is CNAME and the name or host is www. If this record already exists, you'll edit it. If you don't see a CNAME with the name www, you'll need to add a new record and select CNAME as the type with www as the name. Open that CNAME record for editing. Again, look for the value or points to field. Here, you're going to enter cname.verceldns.com. Make sure there are no extra spaces before or after and that it's spelled exactly as given. This tells the www version of your domain to use Vercel's DNS configuration. When you're sure it's correct, save the CNAME record. At this point, your GoDaddy domain is configured to point to Vercel. The root domain uses the A record with Vercel's IP address, and the www version uses the CNAME pointing to Vercel's DNS. Keep in mind that DNS changes can take a bit of time to update across the internet. In many cases, it's fairly quick, but it can take up to a few hours before everything fully propagates. Once you've made these changes in GoDaddy, you can go back to your Vercel dashboard, add this domain to your project if you haven't already, and let Vercel verify the records. After verification and propagation, your domain should successfully load your Vercel hosted site.